What's up everyone, a big thank you to all of you for joining me today and to Newfangled Games for providing the review code to Paper Trail on the PlayStation 5. Paper Trail is a top-down puzzle adventure set in a charming foldable paper world. You play as Paige, a budding academic leaving her home for the first time to pursue her studies at a university. The game's unique folding mechanics, engaging characters, beautiful worlds and challenging puzzles come together to create a memorable experience. The core of Paper Trail's gameplay revolves around its innovative folding mechanics. Players navigate Paige through various terrains by folding and manipulating the paper world around her. This mechanic is implemented with impressive creativity, allowing players to fold the edges, corners or multiple sections of paper to create new paths. The game's art design cleverly integrates this mechanic, making each puzzle feel like a natural extension of the environment. The game, as you would expect, starts with simple puzzles to introduce players to the folding concept. However, as you progress, the puzzles become increasingly complex, incorporating additional elements like moving platforms, boulders, doors that teleport you across the map, and statues that reflect beams of light. These added mechanics require a deeper understanding of the folds, leading to puzzles that have multiple simultaneous consequences. The ability to view what lies on the other side of the paper helps in planning folds ahead of time, adding a strategic layer to the gameplay. Paige, the protagonist, is a well-developed character whose journey is both personal and relatable. She excels in school and aims to be the first from her village to attend university, facing mixed reactions from her family. This coming-of-age story is beautifully woven into the gameplay, making her journey feel meaningful and engaging to the player. Throughout her adventure, Paige encounters a variety of characters, each with their own interesting stories. These characters not only enrich the narrative, but also help open new paths, adding depth to the game's world. The interactions with these characters are well written and contribute to the overall charm of the game. Paper Trail's art style is a visual treat and was the first thing to capture my attention when I first saw it at the WASD Indie Gaming event in London. The game draws heavily on flat styles such as printmaking and watercolor to reinforce the paper theme. The characters are designed with clean monochrome designs, giving them a collage look. Each page of the game has a bold color scheme, making the experience feel like flipping through a book of beautifully patterned textiles. The environmental design is not just aesthetically pleasing but also functional. The different color palettes and visual styles also helps players to understand their progression and keep the experience fresh. The transition between different areas is smooth, with each new section introducing unique visual and gameplay elements that keep players engaged. The soundtrack, composed by Canadian multi-instrumentalist and vocalist Claudie Makula, complements the visual design perfectly. The music adds to the atmosphere, creating an immersive experience that keeps players engaged in this world. The puzzles in Paper Trail are both challenging and rewarding. The game gets the balance right, with difficulty levels that can be frustrating but immensely satisfying once solved. Each chapter introduces new mechanics and elements, gradually increasing the complexity of the puzzles. The game offers hints for players who get stuck, showing the folds to make and the order to complete them in. However, these hints do not solve the puzzles entirely, requiring players to figure out additional interactions, such as moving statues or positioning Paige correctly. This approach encourages players to think critically and persist through challenges. Collectibles add another layer of challenge. Each chapter has hidden origami to collect, requiring additional problem-solving skills. These collectibles often involve going out of your way to create correct folds, providing a satisfying challenge for completionists. Paper Trail is a memorable and satisfying experience that leaves a lasting impression. The game's folding mechanics are unique and well implemented, providing a fresh take on the puzzle adventure genre. The narrative, characters and art style come together to create an engaging and charming world. The game's pacing is excellent, with each new area introducing different mechanics and visual styles just as players start to get comfortable with the previous ones. This keeps the experience dynamic and prevents it from becoming monotonous. The end of chapter cutscenes, which involve folding the panels to continue the story, add a unique and interactive storytelling element. Paper Trail is an outstanding debut release from Newfangled Games. The game itself takes approximately 8 to 10 hours to complete, depending on how much time you spend on the challenging puzzles and collectibles. For me, Paper Trail is a charming and rewarding title that deserves high praise. It is an absolute pleasure to play, and I would absolutely recommend this for anyone looking for a unique and memorable gaming experience. Paper Trail is out now on all major platforms, including the Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Steam. This review was done on the PlayStation 5 and the game is priced at $15.49 on the PlayStation Store. Have you played this one yet? And what do you think about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching, and until next time.
Finally, everyone's asleep. Now where were we? But I always dreamt of bigger things, you know? Creating my own path. When I got the university offer, I thought it was finally my big break. But I wasn't allowed to go. They were worried it was too dangerous out there, in the real world. So, that's how I ended up here. A runaway. With a long journey ahead to the big city.